Hello. Still on the road. Found some more time between gigs for another lesson. And if you're one of my regular students who I teach, you already know this, but this is the third and final of the lessons I'm having to rename and re-record. And after this, we can finally get back to new topics for lessons. So in the previous lesson, which was part two of this three-part series, we went over the E form major bar chord. Uh, Spelled Barre. Some people spell it Bar, and I've seen it both ways, but I prefer the correct spelling. Um, anyway, it's a very easy change to go from the major form from last time to the minor form. And I'm also going to include an extra tip on how to make the E form minor even easier to play. And that's why this lesson was initially called Fingering Minors. But everyone, and this time not just the legal team and my manager, but this time even like the guitar tech and tour bus driver, everyone insisted that we had to change the name. And I can understand why, because this lesson only covers how to finger one very specific minor. It's not a guide for fingering every minor you encounter. So I can see why people want to, better safe than sorry, and not get accused of false advertising. So, we've changed the name. Anyway, if you recall from the power chord lesson, the difference between the power, the major, and the minor is the use of the three. And so I'll show you what that looks like here. Okay, so in the power, you just have the 1, the 5, and the octave. And to make it major, you add the third note of the scale. In this case, it'd be right here. So you get that bright major sound. And then to make it minor, you lower that 3, which is added by 1 fret. So you get that slightly darker sound. So to do the E form, if you remember from last lesson, we start with this open E major shape, and then we adjust the fingering a little bit. And the reason we do that is to free up this index finger to be the bar or that movable nut. Right now we're using the nut itself here, but then we can move it up. Right. But now we're going to do minor, so that means we take this 3, we lower it 1 fret. So that means when we bar it, right, your middle finger, ooh. Am I allowed to say that? Can I say middle finger? Is that okay? Okay, well, we'll check with legal and fix it in post if that's not allowed. Anyway, it's this finger here that's pressing the 3. So if you lower it 1 fret, now this middle finger is free. And that's where that extra tip comes in. The recommendation I have is that you double up and use this free finger now to help with the bar. And that's especially helpful for several reasons. One might be that if you're not especially well endowed with large hands. A couple other reasons are if you use a lower string tension or you're playing lower on the neck like we are right now, you might get down there and find that it's wider and or looser than you were expecting. Or if you're playing outdoors in the summertime or maybe in a hot club gig, things can get pretty wet and moist, so it can be very helpful to slip a second finger in there and really lock down that bar. Helps eliminate the muting and the fret buzz. And like the major version, this minor is movable, with the bar acting as the movable nut. So you start again with open is E minor, and then move 1 fret to the E sharp minor, F minor, F sharp minor, and so on. And it's because this finger and hand position are defining what chord you're playing. Guitarists can easily change what minor chord they're playing simply by using their hands to move their nuts around. Okay, so that was the E form minor bar chord, a companion lesson to the previous E form major bar. So practice both of those for next time. Move them all up and down the neck. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, rate, and review. All right? Okay, thanks very much.